quiz time. Are you ready? Question 1. While passionately kissing and declaring their undying love for each other, after approximately 90 minutes of acquaintance, they lean just a little too far out, and they both fall 10 feet to land on their foreheads on the ground below. Which one suffers from more extreme brain damage, Romeo or Juliet? Question 2. A southbound train is traveling 60 miles per hour on a 200-mile trip, while a northbound train traveling 52 miles per hour is on the same path. At what mile mark of the southbound trip will the two trains meet? Question 3. Who among you will be able to tell your teammates on the bus this afternoon the topics of every single speech you hear today? Time's up, and here are your answers. Juliet, I have no clue. And you, and you. Now, I bet you're all wondering why, right? Well, actually, you and you probably aren't, because either you're hungry or wondering why you're here instead of playing World of Warcraft. But for the rest of you, the answer lies in our brain connectivity and the differences in the way men and women think. Nope, it's not just you. There really is something, well, let's just say crazy, about the opposite sex, whichever sex you happen to be. Let's unravel this mystery of how the male and female brain work differently, weave through some of the ways this can foul up communication between us, and finally, tie up some loose ends with a few answers, including answers to those seemingly irrelevant questions I posed to you a minute ago. If Sherlock, Hercule, or Nick and Nora had had today's information, mysteries could have been solved in much less time, like, say, 10 minutes. The Perelman School of Medicine at Pennsylvania State has conducted a brain connectivity study published in Penn Medicine News in December of 2013 that reveals striking differences between men and women. The brain imaging study now helps to explain different cognitive strengths and even some commonly held beliefs about behavior in men and women.
One of the largest.
One of the largest studies includes looking at the connectomes of the sexes. PhD Regina Verma, an associate professor at Penn, found greater neural connectivity from front to back within one hemisphere in males, suggesting that male brains are wired to aid connectivity between perception and coordinated action. Female brains, on the other hand, are wired to aid connectivity between the right and left hemispheres, which allows them to facilitate communication between the analytical and the intuitive. Professor Verma says that this brain architecture provides a neural basis as to why men excel at some tasks and women at others. For example, men are more likely to learn and perform a single task at a time, whereas women have superior memory, intuition, and social cognition skills, making them more adept at multitasking. That's right, guys, we didn't just make it up. The scientists discovered that the differences were not pronounced in young children, but became significant during the teens and even more so in adults. The findings were connected to gender-specific behaviors as well as intellectualism. While women perform better at attention and memory of words and faces, as well as social cognition, men outperformed women on spatial processing and sensory motor speed. For women, the frontal and temporal area of the cortex is more precisely organized and bigger in volume, leading to dominant language skills. Men mainly use the left hippocampus, a nucleus deep inside the brain that is not activated in women's brains during navigational tasks, leading to, I'm sorry ladies, a genuine shrewdness making men not have to stop for directions. So, how does this affect our communication with each other and lead to so many age-old and modern quips about this chasm? Quips like W.C. Field's classic, "It was a woman who drove me to drink, and you know, I never even thanked her for it." Or Mae West's sassy one, "When women go wrong, men go right after them." Or one from French playwright Francois Sagan, who said, I like my men to behave like men. I like them strong and childish. These perceptions, while probably